I'd say too.
Okay.
I don't think it's pretty, man, but I think it's the facts.
I also think it's interesting when I hear you guys talk. It's like, you can imagine what it's like in the White House. Imagine the president, he's having some of his advisors tell him exactly this, like, you know, the kind of big, we must dominate. And then you have his military advisors wanting specifics having to do with what their intentions are in their lane. And so I think it's what's interesting for, you know, the layman, which I certainly am on some level, is that when you begin, the more information you get, you know, this is like on the other side of that information is actually a great thing for all of us. Mm-hmm. You can begin to understand the context. Okay, wow, that's, you know, Andrew said that, and that makes sense. Now, so I think then you start to see as an individual, and the world makes more sense to you. It's less threatening, like, what is going on? Oh my God, World War III is around the corner. But the President of the United States lives in his own, you know, silo and has so much incredible power. This just, the longer I report on all of this, the more I am amazed at how powerful the President of the United States is. And if we look at the current president, how much more power is being absorbed there.
And the idea of them being in their own silo, I mean...
No pun intended, but pun intended.
Absolutely. I mean, traditional political focused, policy-driven presidents, they try to find a way to reduce the silo effect. Yeah. The current president has done the opposite. He's increased the insulation against expertise from people who have forged careers becoming experts in their field. Instead, he's surrounded himself with voices that are more interested in, who knows, media intentions, future political benefits, but they're not necessarily coming from an informed expertise like what we've seen in previous presidents.
And that's where I think you use the word context. Absolutely, I think that's perfect to capture it. It's the context. So, you know, content is what the three of us are discussing here. Context is what the cameras are recording, what editing is done afterwards, and then what gets disseminated beyond there. That is, you know, in a broader scope, that is the algorithm, that is social media, that is basically restricting the context to whatever the owners of that content feel it needs to be. And that, I think, also contributes to this sort of unipolar zero-sum mindset. And because only one algorithm can win. You can't have competing algorithms. We're trying to have competing algorithms with China, and they're winning. 2 years ago, I designed a war game simulation for a group of retired military officials. And we had some prominent we had governors, senators, national security staff role-playing the White House Situation Room. And one of the things that was interesting was my job. I designed this game. It was meant to be, what if a second January 6th happened, but this time the insurrection comes from within the military. You have defections from the military, National Guard bases, isolated bases, right? Could the Pentagon be prepared for something like that? What would that look like? And the White House was staffed with this incredible social media team that was meant to sort of signal to the American people and to the president and to everyone else what's happening. And I had 4 people playing the Red Cell. The Red Cell consisted of basically trolls, provocateurs, who aren't necessarily committed to overthrowing, but just wanted to, you know, to borrow.
They just wanted sort of action.
It's like borrowing what you know, Heath Ledger said as the Joker. Some people just want to watch the world burn, right? Or he didn't say that, but it was from Batman, right? Yeah.